have really bad experiences at restaurants, and they can be quite frustrating due to the terribly trained staff or the bad taste of the food, or what you pay for the bad taste of the terrible food. It all depends. Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes. And today in this video, I'm going to do a Knit With Me story time. And today's Knit With Me story time is going to be the retelling of my terrible experience at a local Italian restaurant with my mom and her friend. So this is a story about how I went out to dinner with my mom and her friend. We had the worst experience ever due to the poorly trained staff and the terrible food. So, well, the food wasn't really terrible. It was kind of like not tasting very good. We were slightly disappointed, but we were very slightly disappointed with the badly trained staff in the restaurant. And this is a video I made back in April, and it's not very good quality, and I don't really like it. So I'm going to redo that video. So I haven't eaten at that restaurant since I had that bad experience, but I may try it again later on just to see if I like it again. But after that experience, I just did not want to go back. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So this all started about last April. It was the week we had to put Gabby to sleep, and I'm sorry there's so much barking. That's Mr. Pickles and probably like either Bean or Humphrey. Anyway, so I went to this Italian restaurant with my mom and her friend last April, and it was like the week we had to put my dog Gabby to sleep. If you guys are longtime subscribers, you may remember Gabby. If you don't, and if you're new to my channel and don't know who Gabby was, she was my 16-and-a-half-year-old Boston Terrier. She has been in a ton of my YouTube videos. Sadly, we had to put her down in April of last year because she was getting old and it was very hard for us. So anyway, so we decided to go out to dinner with my mom and her friend and try this new Italian restaurant. And it was pretty, I think it was new at the time. I'm not sure when it opened up, or I don't know if it just recently opened that month or something, but I know it was a new restaurant because we had never been there. So we walk into the restaurant. The waitress that's seating us the host that seemed super nice. So he or she, I think it was a lady, I can't remember, seats us down to the table and brings us menus. So our waitress comes right after we sit down and goes, quite excited, and she did seem quite friendly because she had a smile on her face, and we were thinking, and we were like, no, we had just gotten here, can we have some time to look? And she goes, okay. So then the waitress walks away, and we thought that was a little bit weird that she just came up to us and started asking us if we were ready to order right after we were just seated. So a few minutes, maybe like 5 minutes go by, the waitress comes back and goes, are you ready to order yet? And we were like, no, we're still looking. And she was kind of driving us a little off the wall because she kept kind of like coming up to us every 5 minutes and asking if we were ready to order yet. And it was kind of getting on our nerves because we felt like she didn't want us in the restaurant. She kept kind of like rushing us to order and stuff. I don't know if it was closing time at the restaurant or something. I don't think it was closing time but she kind of like was like rushing us to order. Like she would walk around and ask other people if they were ready to order yet, but then she kept coming back to our table after every 5 minutes asking us if we were ready to order yet. And we were kind of getting a little bit irritated because we did not like being pestered or rushed to order our food. It was just super irritating. So after probably 20 minutes go by, we're ready to order. And so we order our food, and the waitress writes our food down and everything, and she goes and puts it in the kitchen. We maybe wait about around 15 minutes, not too bad of a wait, and she brings the food out. We start eating our food, and it's not as tasty as we'd like. And we had just started eating it, and 5 minutes after we had gotten our food and we're into eating it, the waitress comes and asks us,
"Would you like me to box up your food?"
And we were like, no, we're still eating. And so she walks away. We don't see her for a little bit, but about 5 minutes into, we're partway with our food, she goes,
Are you done yet?
please ignore Humphrey downstairs. But anyway, we're like, no, we're not done yet. And she goes,
well, we kind of need you to hurry up because we're getting ready to
and she's still like smiling. And so then we were like, why didn't you tell us this sooner? And she kept kind of like coming back to our table, rushing us to finish our food. And we were disappointed with our food, but mostly we were disappointed with our waitress we had because she was just super annoying. She just kind of like she seemed nice, but she wasn't really realizing she was being a little rude because she kept rushing us out of the restaurant, Ron, and she kept rushing us to order food. I don't know if this waitress was new, didn't know what time they were open till, because I think this restaurant was probably open until 8ish or so, and it was about 7, and we were there at 7, and she kind of like kept rushing us to order the food. I don't know why she was rushing us out early, but I think it was because maybe they take a while to close or something because they need to clean the tables or something. I don't know. It was really weird. So after that, we pay for our food, we box up our food. We didn't really leave the waitress. I don't know if we left the waitress a tip or not. We probably didn't because we were very disappointed with the customer service she gave us. And we were just super irritated that she kind of kept pestering us to order food and pestering us to finish our food quickly so the restaurant could like close. It was just super duper annoying. So we pay for our food, we didn't really leave the waitress a tip just because we just did not like her attitude and we didn't like the way she talked to us. And I don't even think we reported it to the manager. We just like paid for our food and then didn't really tip the waitress just because she had pretty rude customer service, and then we walked away, and then she was just kind of like driving us crazy. And then I just went home that night and brought our leftovers with us. And my mom and her friend went out for a little bit, and I was super happy to be out of that restaurant just because I was not comfortable with that waitress rushing me and my mom and her friend to eat our dinner. We just thought it was super rude. You can't always expect a perfect experience at a restaurant because it just happens. I mean, sometimes not a lot of restaurants train their staff properly. Sometimes not a lot of people have polite manners. I mean, even if they think they may be being polite, they're not being, and they don't realize they're not being polite at all. It just happens, and it's really rude to rush customers out of a restaurant. And I understand when you take a while to close and stuff, and you gotta close early so you can get everything cleaned and stuff, but it's kind of like not enjoyable for the customers when you rush them out of your restaurant because you want to get ready to close early. It's just really rude and disrespectful. And then some people just don't like being rushed while they eat. It's really, really annoying. So just keep in mind, if you're working as a waiter or waitress in a restaurant, you probably should let people eat their food. Don't go back and forth to tables bugging people to order, and don't like try to box up their food without asking. It's just really, really rude. So just keep that in mind if you're a waiter or a waitress in a restaurant. Don't rush people. So that was the retelling of my terrible experience at a local Italian restaurant. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would like to see the original one, it'll be linked in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometime, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.